Hello people, how you all been quite recently? I've been alright with myself for a while. The reason why I haven't been making as much YouTube videos is because I've been busy with my personal life and other things. I thought I'd do another tier list video because it's been a while and I thought I'd talk about regular show characters this time. I love regular show because I watched it back in August of 2013 when I was 14 years old, and sometimes when I had caramel nibbles that Dairy Milk makes, and when I play on Grand Theft of San Andreas Stories on the PlayStation 2 I got second-handed, it always reminded me of that time, August 2013, when I start watching regular show in that time, and I've watched every episode since then up to its conclusion in January 2017 with the 8th season. We're going to talk about all the characters that I can remember far from memory, and I do apologise, regular show fans, if I don't remember every one of them, but I do remember most of them though. We're going to start off from here to here. And the first character we're going to discuss is Starla, which is Muscle Man's wife in the later seasons when they got married in season 6. Why don't I think of Starla? I really like her, I do. I don't think I consider her as my favourite female character when I first watched regular show a few years ago. I really like her, I do. You know, she's more than just one-dimensional. She doesn't appear as much as Margaret or CJ or the main regular show characters, but she is memorable in my opinion. I don't consider her as one of my favourites, but I do consider her as a really likeable character, in my opinion. So I'm going to place her in the good area, just like likeable characters area. Thomas we have next, I do remember his name. Oh, to me, I just had a bit of a drink of cherry because I was getting a bit thirsty. I don't mind Thomas, but I never really consider him as too interesting. But I don't say I don't like Thomas, but he's just like Noah from Total Drama, just a bit too bland for my taste to find an interest in. I don't mind Thomas, but I just find him alright, but nothing exciting, but nothing terrible either. I'm probably going to place him on the lower section, but that's just my opinion. Thomas is just... I think when it comes to me with dry characters, they just don't really interest me too much, they don't. Thomas reminds me of like some miserable teenager you probably get at high schools, which is probably a common thing. They are all miserable and they all talk like this and going, "Shut up!" And what are you looking at? They're giving all the Call of Duty Happy Wheels attitude, all hoodie up and just not threatening, but just a real downer. Maybe that's what most teenagers are like, in general. Nobody directly, but yeah. Thomas is just who he is. Not from Thomas and Friends, just this one here. Cloudy J, better shorten as CJ next. I like CJ, I do. Cloudy J actually reminds me of one of my friends I've met back at youth club at a high school which I used to go to. It wasn't my high school I've always attended, but it was at a different high school which they have a youth club sessions once a month on a Saturday, and it costs you £10 to go in, which is a bit dear in my opinion. So yeah, CJ, and you're probably going to think, do you ship Mordecai with Margaret or CJ? If I had to really pick the most important girl for Mordecai, it will be CJ in my opinion, because CJ will always be there for him, and she has been with him a lot more than Margaret has, because Margaret's always been too busy for Mordecai. Maybe that's the reason why I put CJ with Mordecai if they ever got married in the finale of regular show, because CJ spend more time with Mordecai, I suppose, and that's what makes a relationship work better. I actually do consider CJ as one of my favourite characters because I really love her voice actress, I do. Linda Cardelli or Denelli. I do apologise if I pronounced it wrong, but you get what I'm with my point anyway. Pardon me again. So CJ is one of my favourite characters from regular show. Not only that, she's really likeable and she really cares about Mordecai, but she also reminds me of someone I've met in my personal life too. I had to research before I made this video about who this character is, and I think it's Nigel, I think. I like Nigel, I do. He's the guy that has Mordecai and Rigby doing him favours, and even Mordecai and CJ at some point in Season 6. It was a little while ago. Do I like him as much as CJ? Possibly not, because he had a lot of less screen time. I like him in general, probably a bit more than Thomas. Do I like him more than Starla? Not really. Maybe because we just don't know him enough, I suppose. Maybe I don't know if he's really caring or if he's like Count Dracula from Hotel Transylvania. We just really didn't get enough of him, I suppose. He only appeared in about less than 10 episodes, I think. I'm gonna place him here. Just a good character. Nothing too important, but nothing terrible either. Anti-Pops we have next. I do remember his name. I like Anti-Pops, I do. But the same with Nigel. He appeared in the last season. If he appeared since season 1, like Toffee did, and started as the Force of Evil as like the true main villain of the whole show, maybe I would consider him more as an important character, but he only had an important role up until the last season, which is a bit late it is. I never consider him as my most interesting character, but I like him as like a bad villain, like the most strongest villain out of any other regular show character. Do I like him more than Nigel? Probably not, but I like him a bit more than Thomas, but nothing too special in my opinion. I can't remember his name, unfortunately, this character here, but I do remember he appeared in regular show. Again, I can't remember his name, and he didn't have too much screen time either. He's not like CJ or Starla, where he had a lot of recurring appearances and recurring roles. I think I can see why CJ and Starla are more important characters, because they have more screen time, and they even have more episodes focused. Where with these three and him, they just had a lot of less screen time, in my opinion. He actually reminds me of the Rugrats for some reason, along with his crew. Maybe because it's a baby appearance and it reminds me of Tommy Pickles from Rugrats. I know it's a bit of a strange thought, but it does when I was watching the show as a teenager, mostly in the 2010s. I'm probably going to place him just over Thomas because he's not too interesting, but he isn't terrible or anything, but he's not too important to me, he isn't. I believe this character's name is Mr. Mallard, I think. I do apologise if I got it wrong. I like him, I do, as Benson's his manager and the manager of the whole park until he died in the finale. I didn't consider as one of my favourite characters, but I do consider him memorable, I do, because he appeared more than these four have, even Thomas for that matter. Pardon me again. I probably didn't find him as interesting as Starla, but I do like him a bit more than these four. More interesting, shall we say. Seth, I do remember her. The thing is with this character, she didn't appear until the very last few minutes of regular show. If Seth appeared in season 7, and if she was in with the whole crew in season 8, If Mordecai met Seth in season 7 instead of the very last episode and we got a bit of background knowledge with her, maybe we would know her better. But because she appeared in the last few minutes, we only briefly saw her as a new character. Maybe even if she was Mordecai's cousin, maybe that could have worked. But we don't know Seth and her at all, really, apart from that she marries Mordecai and has kids. But she looks likeable, but we don't know anything about her, I'm afraid. I'm probably going to place her... maybe here. A bit interesting, but not much knowledge about her. I know, it's a bit strange. Don we have now, Rigby's his older brother. I like Don, I do. He's rememberable, but he had a lot of less screen time, definitely, than CJ and Starla had. Don is rememberable, but he had very limited screen time. But I found him more interesting than these four, in my opinion, because we got a bit of knowledge with him, and a bit of personality. Baby Ducks, I think they're called. I don't think they have individual names. I like these dudes, I do. Yeah, they've been part of... They have like this Transformers monster when they do in serious battles with Monika and Rigby's as help in one episode, and of course in the finale too. I like these dude ducks. I'll probably just refer to them as dude ducks because I think that makes a bit more sense than baby ducks, shall we say. Do I find them as more enjoyable than Starla, Mr. Mallard, or Don? Well, because they only appeared in a few episodes, not as many as the girls has, I'm probably going to put them here because I like them, but we don't know much about them, and I didn't consider them as my favourite characters, really. Same thing with Don. Mordecai we have now. I like Mordecai, I do. I consider him as one of my favourite characters, and we got so much development of him. He went from being like this really cool dude to like he thinks he's like the sexiest guy in the whole park or the whole area he lives in, to be a bit more sympathetic, and he's a bit more different, where probably his coolness started to lack probably by the time the 5th season came, where he doesn't act like Rigby's his, similar older brother, because Mordecai's always been there for Rigby more than his actual brother has. Do I like Mordecai more than CJ? Because CJ reminds me of one of my friends in the real world, and yeah, CJ is one of my favourite characters. Mordecai is as well, but I had to pick CJ if I had to choose either of these two as one of my favourite characters of all time. I can't remember this character's name, but I do remember the episode he was featured in. The one he went, "Oh, boo yourselves!" when he lied to the audience that he wanted to go because Mordecai and Rigby were winning. But then they win because that guy cheated by trying to have fake tears or crocodile tears on him. I like him, but I think we only ever saw him once. I don't remember seeing him in any other episode, I don't think. I'm probably going to place him in between Seth and Anti-Pops because he only appeared on one episode. I don't remember this dude at all. I honestly can't remember. So I'm going to have to leave him out, I'm afraid. That's just me, that is. I don't remember this guy. If he was like Benson's his old classmate, or Skip's old bully or something, if he appeared in many episodes, then maybe I would have got a better understanding, but I just don't remember him at all. I remember this character. I think he is Margaret's dad, or was it CJ's dad? Yeah, he's definitely Margaret's dad, I do remember, because he appeared in the 1000 Chopper flight when Margaret invited Mordecai and Eileen, and I think Rigby was there as well. It's been some time again since I've seen regular show the last time. I like Margaret's as dad. I do consider her as my favourite character. But just like with Don and the Dogs, I like him back then, just not one of my favourites. Maybe because we already know him a little bit, and I didn't see him as like my favourite character, unlike Mordecai and CJ. I remember this basketball dude, I can't remember his actual name. Yeah, he's alright. Not one of my favourites. A bit interesting than Thomas and the Rugrats character. But, yeah, he only appeared in a few episodes. I don't think he appeared in more than 5 episodes, I don't think, of the whole show. I'm probably going to place him in between Seth and Old Boo Yourself guy, I'll probably call him. I can't remember his real name, though, just because I only know a little bit about him. I believe this character's name is Monika. I do apologise if I got it wrong, but again, it's been a long time since I've seen regular show. I like her, I do, because she was Skip's girlfriend, but unfortunately she died from a ceiling accident. Yeah, she looks likeable, but we only know a little bit about her. So I'm probably going to place her in between Anti-Pops and Old Boo Yourself guy, I suppose. This character here does look familiar, but I can't remember specifically what he was in. Was he in the sub episode, or was it in that burger episode where I think Muscle Man had to eat a serious burger that could kill him? But then he goes on a quest to find a healthy sub or burger. Again, it's been a long time since I've seen regular show. And Muscle Man survives from the quest and the challenge, and he loses. I don't remember enough to refresh my memory. So just like this guy, I'm going to leave him out. Rigby we have now. I like Rigby, I do. Rigby is just one of the most... What is one word to describe Rigby? Just the most bratty character of the whole show, where he always groans and moans, and when he wants to, he doesn't want to do something, but he's forced to do it anyway. He just goes, "Ah." Yeah, Mordecai definitely, especially him, seems to tells him to do what he needs to do that he doesn't want to do. Do I like Rigby more than Mordecai? That's a really tricky one. I actually like both of them equally, I do. I never really decided which character I like more between Mordecai and Rigby, because them two are like the most important characters of the whole show than any other character. So I'm going to put him on the top of Will. They'll probably place in second place as my favourite character, because I've never chosen which character I like more between Mordecai and Rigby. Now we have one of my favourite characters I like, Benson. I do consider Benson one of my top 3 favourite characters, because I love how the way he rages, I love how the way his voice sounds, how the way his face, his anger expressions looks. Do I like him more than CJ though? That's a really, really tricky one. I like CJ, but do I like Benson more? Oh dear, that's a really tricky one in my opinion. Benson is definitely one of my top 3 favourite characters. He's a bit more than just simply an angry guy that gets so annoyed, especially by Rigby, but sometimes by Mordecai. But I know Rigby causes more problems than Mordecai just joins him in situations than Mordecai does himself. I'll come back to Benson and I'll decide, because I know Benson's one of my top 3 favourite characters. Maybe for now I'll probably place him in between CJ and Mordecai and Rigby as my second favourite character. But that's, you know, I just love Benson, I do, because I love he's just more than just one-dimensional. He's caring, he's serious, he can stand up for himself, he shows sympathy, he shows consideration to others. He's not just selfish with Mordecai and Rigby. He does even apologise on a rare occasion if he, you know, if he makes a mistake with them too. Pops we have now. I like Pops, I do, but I didn't consider him as one of my favourite characters. I'll probably place him in between Starla and Mr. Mallard as one of my likeable characters. I didn't fancy him as much as Benson, especially. I didn't like him as much as Benson or Mordecai and Rigby, but I know Pops is an important character of the show, but yeah, I like him, I do, but not as much as these four, though. Skips we have now. I like Skips. Did you know that Martin Hamill, I think that's his name, he's actually one of the Star Wars actors voicing Skips for our regular show? Did you know that? Do I like Skips more than Rigby or Benson? I do like Skips more than Pops. I'll probably place Skips in as my fourth favourite main character. Well, my favourite character, I mean. Mordecai and Rigby's third, because they share a tie, they do, because I don't know who do I like more between Mordecai and Rigby. Muscle Man we have now, which is like a fan favourite character. I like Muscle Man, I do. There's one interesting thing about Muscle Man. Not only that he saves my mum, but he just, you know, when he's in a stressful situation, he squeals, he does, in a very comedic way. Wow. All the memories are just coming back, like how Rigby has a hold on to him in one episode, or when he was trapped in a rock guitar van. Yeah. I like Muscle Man more than Pops. And I don't consider him as one of my favourite characters of all time, but I might consider him as my fifth favourite. I like Skips more than Muscle Man, in my opinion. High Five Ghost we have now. I like High Five Ghost, I do. Not as much as these six characters. But I like High Five Ghost. I would probably place him between Starla and Pops. I like High Five Ghost, but maybe because he has less stories, you know, written for him, I suppose. Not as much as Benson or Skips or Muscle Man. Margaret we have now. I like Margaret, I do. But again, I would consider CJ to be Mordecai's wife more than her, because she's been truly there for him than Margaret ever has. I like Margaret, I do. Do I like her more than Starla? Well, to be honest, I like Starla more than Margaret. Maybe because Starla always seems to have a successful relationship with Muscle Man than Margaret ever had with Mordecai. I'm probably going to place her in between Starla and High Five Ghost. Yeah, I like Margaret a lot, but not one of my favourite characters. And lastly we have Eileen. I like Eileen, I do. It's interesting that she became like a main role character in the 8th season because she got stuck in space along with the main characters. Eileen married Rigby, which was really nice. Do I like Eileen more than Muscle Man? I actually do. Do I like her more than Skips? Possibly not, but Eileen is one of my favourite characters. And we have all the characters I've picked on here, and then, apart from these two, because I don't really remember them. That's pretty much my list. So my 6th favourite is Muscle Man, my 5th favourite is Eileen, my 4th favourite character is Skips, tied in 3rd is Mordecai and Rigby, Now we have my top two, CJ or Benson. Which character do I like more than the other? Because CJ reminds me of one of my friends, and I even got a Jarmus top of CJ, if you ever seen it. I think you might have. I even took a photo of it on my 21st birthday presents video from a year ago. Yeah, I decided. Benson is my second favourite character, and my all-time favourite character from regular show is Cloudy J. So there you have it, people. That's my tier list opinion based on the regular show characters. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in another one. Take care for now.